All right, everyone, and welcome back. We're going to be going over all the POIs that we learned so far and the rules of the POIs. Okay, so we know what an order block is. Last sell to buy on this example. All right, let's find another one. Buy to sell, mostly body, mostly body. There's an order block. This is a rejection block. Small body, long wick. That's a rejection block. This is a rejection block. Small body, long wicks. This is a rejection block. This is a rejection block. Okay, so y'all get the point. Breaker block. Let's see. This is a breaker block. Broke structure. And price was supposed to hold, but it didn't. It broke and tested. All right, that's a breaker. Let's find that example. Here's a breaker. All right, price broke, was supposed to hold, it didn't, broke through, test. That's a breaker. All right, and then we have imbalance, fill price action. It's pretty straightforward, just fills the imbalance. Imbalance fill, imbalance fill, or nearly miss. Imbalance fill, this imbalance fill price action. Imbalance fill, right there. Imbalance filled, right there. Okay, all right. So there's a few rules. We need liquidity above or below a POI. That's a must. We need liquidity above or below a POI. So liquidity needs to be there to make it a valid point of interest for us. All right. Now, let's go over the rejection block, the order block, and how they look differently on every time frame because the market's fractal. All right. A order block, it's not going to look perfectly as I showed you, right? It can be multiple candles. So these candles right here, 1, 2, 3, 4 conservative down candles, that's an order block. These candles up here, that's an order block. Right? These two candles, that's an order block. Now, when we have long wicks, more wick than body on these candles, right? I'd rather use the body because the volume is in the body. So for example, here, this is an order block. That's an order block. I'm using the wick, but if I use the body, eventually I will miss it. I won't get tapped in. So that's a pro and a con, right? It just depends. There'll be a personal choice right there. Okay. I already use the body if I plan to enter directly, but if it's just a POI, just for me to monitor price, I'll just use the whole area because I'm not expecting to enter off of the 4-hour directly, for example. This is a POI, it's an order block. 1, 2, 3, that's an order block. This is a rejection block. See that? It's an order block. Imbalance for price action, but look to your left. All of this is an order block at the higher time frame. 1, 2, 3, all of this is a block. That's why price respects it. So you get the question of why didn't price come here, here, or here? It's because the higher time frame order block. In other words, the POI. You're expecting price to come all the way down here, but the higher time frame order block, the open, is right here. You change color, it's right here. So price does not need to go lower. And the liquidity is right here. There's the inducement right there, just above the POI. It doesn't need to go lower. This is all the order block right here. So why would price come all the way up here? It doesn't need to. There's no reason for price to go up there. It needs liquidity. Liquidity is right here. We're going to always choose the POI closest to the liquidity. All right. We're going to always choose the closest POI to liquidity. So make sure you write that down. All right. Always choose the closest POI to the liquidity. Look at this. Where's the liquidity at? It's right here. There's the liquidity. POI, this one. You see that? Liquidity. POI, this one. Now you're going to notice that these blocks pretty much overlap. That's confluence. We have a higher time frame block, then we have a lower time frame imbalance for price action, and then we have the imbalance up here. This just gives us more confluence. It just gives us the confidence to pull the trigger. For example, over here, we have a higher time frame block, let's say, and we also have imbalance for price action. But where's the liquidity? It's right here. So we're going to choose which one? This one. The closest POI to liquidity. The fact that we know that we're inside a higher time frame block, right? And when we look inside that block, we see a point of interest that we know of with liquidity just below it. That's the one that we're going to be taking. All right. All of this is a order block on the higher time frame. Lines up perfectly with the imbalance for price action. So here, liquidity, we have wicks on both sides. The only most logical thing is the body, where the volume is at, and the wick. That's the closest POI to the liquidity. All right. Now, don't forget about the unmitigated wicks. The unmitigated wicks, again, is simply a wick that was not mitigated. Now, notice this. We have liquidity. That's a daily previous high. Unmitigated wick. Choose the closest POI to liquidity. All right. We have a daily low that was taken out. Where did it come into? An unmitigated wick. All right. We have liquidity right here. What's just below it? A unmitigated wick. And if you go lower on a time frame, you're gonna realize that everything just lines up. Daily wick, 4-hour wick, the 1 hour to wick. This is an order block. To bring things together, we need that confluence. That would just give us the confidence to take that trade. The market is fractal, so is POI, so is liquidity. So let's go back to the daily time frame. What's lining up with this unmitigated wick? If we draw a line, if we drop under 4, we have a what? An order block. It lines up with that daily. Let's go back to the daily time frame. What's lining up with this? We have an order block. See that? And now with the daily wick, we have a forward order block, which is a 1 hour order block. Everything lines up. Let's go on daily again, where the price come into. To this big rejection block. See that? Now where's the liquidity? Just below it, draw a line on this. And look at that. Order block. Everything lines up. We go into the 4 hour, let's say here, and we see this imbalance for price action. Draw a line. What's in here? Order block. 1 hour order block. 15-minute order block. So we're starting to see how things just line up together. Okay. So the only rule that we really have is we need liquidity. There must be liquidity above or below a POI, and we're going to always choose the closest point of interest to liquidity. Simple as that. Don't overthink it. All right. And because it's fractal, start from the higher time frame and see how the lower time frame blocks line up with each other. Okay, that will just give you the confidence that that's a strong area and it's going to hold. But that's it for now. Until next one.